Can the president say, I have forgiven Obado? Can William Ruto call his UDA members and ODM members to amend this law tonight and save Obado? Can pardon be only when Obado is alive? Or pardon can be done when somebody has died posthumously? Obado stood tall behind William Ruto. Will William Ruto save him at the hour of need? So if Obado makes a mistake and files an appeal, he will not get that favor. Obado must serve a third of the sentence. Obado must serve for 5 years. What? I also didn't know this. So the law does not allow the president to save Obado. William Ruto, the president, cannot exercise Article 133(1) and save Obado at the time of need. Welcome to Court Helicopter Trending version of the issues. Former governor of Migori, Obado, has been convicted. And after conviction, he'll be sentenced. Can President Ruto save him? Can the president say, I have forgiven Obado, and Obado walks free? Court Helicopter looked at the issue of pardoning people. And we went, our crew, Vivian, looked at the history of pardoning of people. She looked at Joe Biden. Joe Biden in the US, when he was sure he's not going to run the second term and Donald Trump is likely to win the election, he pardoned the following people. First, his own son, Hunter Biden. The son had been convicted on federal tax and gun offenses. His own son. 2, he pardoned James and Francis Biden, his own brother, with his wife over tax issues. 3rd, Valerie Biden Owens, his own sister. And lastly, Sarah Biden and John Owens. He pardoned 4 of his family members. In the public arena, Joe Biden pardoned Dr. Anthony Fauci. All of you remember during COVID, the famous doctor, the chief medical advisor, Anthony Fauci. He was pardoned. Mark Milley, the advisor, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, he was pardoned. And lastly, a Congress member called Liz Cheney. Does William Ruto have similar powers to pardon Obado? What about Trump, Donald Trump? In the first term, when he was sure he had been defeated in the elections by Joe Biden, he forgave and pardoned Kodak Black offenses related to weapons, Todd and Julie Chrisley, bank fraud. For politicians, he pardoned Charles Kushner for tax evasion, Steve Bannon for fraud, and Joe Alpalo for criminal contempt. Can pardon be only when Obado is alive? Or pardon can be done when somebody has died posthumously? Yes, Donald Trump pardoned Jack Johnson of racial crimes that were committed in a boxing context in 1913. He was convicted, he died. So the question today we are looking at, can President Ruto frustrate the courts and frustrate the people who are mad or who are celebrating that Obado has been jailed? Who is Obado? Obado was a thorn in the flesh of Raila Amolo Odinga. He stood with his party, the People's Democratic Party, and reigned like a colossus in Migori. After he served 2 terms, in 2023, he led his party to join UDA. Obado is a stalwart of UDA. Obado joined UDA before even Raila Odinga came in. Obado was the first person to take William Ruto to Luo Nyanza. Obado stood tall behind William Ruto. Will William Ruto save him at the hour of need? Vivian went to Article 133 of the Constitution of Kenya. Very many Kenyans, especially those in the diaspora, outside the Republic, and also the stories around here are saying the president has powers under Article 133 of the Constitution. Vivian looked for it and found it. Here it is. Power of mercy. 133.1, on the petition of any person, the president may exercise a power of mercy in accordance with the advice of the advisory committee established under Clause 2 by 1. Granting a free or conditional pardon to a person convicted of an offense. So the president can pardon any offense in this country. 2, he can postpone the carrying out of a punishment either for a specified or indefinite period. So if Obado is sentenced to death, the president, Ruto, can postpone. Hold on, weka break. Najua NTSA inaambianga watu, weka break, don't overspeed. The president can also be an NTSA, aweke break. Wacha tuone. 3, he can substitute a less severe form of punishment. He can say, Obado has been given 50 years, give him 2 years. Or he has been given death sentence, no, jail him for 1 day. Lastly, the president can remit all or part of that punishment. He can do remission. But it is subject to an advisory. The president doesn't have those powers. In sub-article 133.2, there shall be an advisory committee of the power of mercy. This is the committee that is going to destroy Obado's dream. There is a law called the Power of Mercy Act, Cap 94. This one. I wish it was not there. The likes of Obado probably could survive. What does the law say in this matter? Eligibility to file a petition. Section 19, it says, any person may, subject to the Constitution and this Act, petition the President through the committee to exercise the power of mercy and grant any relief specified in Article 133.1 of the Constitution. 2. Notwithstanding the generality, a petition shall not be permitted where the person for whose benefit it is made is on a probation or serving a suspended sentence. B, an application for any judicial remedy is before the court of law. So if Obado makes a mistake and files an appeal, he will not get that favor. Section 21, oh my God, Vivian, Obado's people are going to think we are bad. In determining the admissibility of a petition under subsection 1, the committee may consider whether the convicted criminal prisoner has served at least 1/3 of the sentence pronounced by a court. Obado must serve a third of the sentence. He has not served even a day. Will he have served a third of the sentence by the time President William Ruto is going to the ballot 10th of August 2027? The answer is yours. 2, the killer punch. Vivian, do I read this or I leave? No, let me read it. Where a person is convicted and sentenced to imprisonment for life or to death, and whose sentence has not been effected, he must have served at least 5 years. Obado must serve for 5 years. What? I also didn't know this. So the law does not allow the president to save Obado. The Constitution gives here but puts conditions. Unless Obado, his lawyers rush to court to declare this provision of Section 21 of the Power of Mercy Act unconstitutional. They can challenge this, that it is unconstitutional because prisoners are prisoners. Why are murder suspects? Why are those ones who have been sentenced to death or to life imprisonment not enjoy Article 27 of equality? But for now, the road is closed. William Ruto, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, cannot save Obado unless this law is amended. Has a law ever been amended to save a friend? Yes. During the Jomo Kenyatta 1 presidency, Paul Ngei was convicted of an electoral offense. And he was not going to contest. Remember, Paul Ngei was detained with the Kenyatta, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, those guys who were jailed at during the independence struggle. Kenyatta ordered Parliament to sit at night and amended the law. And Paul Ngei was in the ballot, and he won that election. Can William Ruto call his UDA members and ODM members to amend this law tonight and save Obado? It is a tall order, but everything is possible in politics. What are we saying? William Ruto, the president, cannot exercise Article 133(1) and save Obado at the time of need. Wakili Danstan Omari, bringing it to you how it is. Keep watching. We are always very happy to bring to you the law as it is. We have nothing personal against anybody. Court Helicopter is a media house. It brings you the law as it is. This law, you passed it. Remember, when the Constitution was being passed, people never read it. Everybody said Raila Odinga and Mwai Kibaki have read. They passed it. I'm sure the Obado followers also passed it. Even Obado must have passed it. When this went to Parliament and it was passed, very many members of Parliament never saw this. Hate it, love it, that's the law. For now, asante.